Join me as I dive into the challenge of finding out if language really controls our thoughts. Can I change my mind just by switching languages?
Can the language we speak truly shape the way we think? Does a French speaker perceive time differently than an English speaker? Can a language without a future tense change how people plan for the years ahead? These aren't just abstract questions. They reveal something profound about the human mind. This is the core of linguistic relativity, the idea that language doesn't just help us communicate, but actually molds our perception of reality. From the words we have or lack to describe emotions, directions, or even colors, language might be influencing the very way we see the world. But is it true, or just another fascinating myth about the human mind? For decades, linguists and psychologists have debated this. On one side, Benjamin Lee Whorf argued that language structures thought itself, claiming that speakers of different languages literally experience reality in distinct ways. This is known as the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. But many cognitive scientists push back. They argue that thought exists independently of language, that even if your language doesn't have a word for something, you can still think about it. After all, babies and animals don't use language the way we do, yet they learn, reason, and feel emotions. So, where does the truth lie? Let's take a look at real-world examples. The Hopi people don't have verb tenses like English does. Whorf suggested that this means they perceive time differently, more as an ongoing process than as a sequence of past, present, and future. The Gugu Yimithir people of Australia don't use words like left and right. Instead, they use cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. From childhood, they develop an uncanny ability to always know their orientation. In Russian, there are distinct words for light blue, goluboy, and dark blue, siny. And studies suggest that Russian speakers can distinguish shades of blue more precisely than English speakers. These cases suggest that language does shape thought. But how far does it go? One groundbreaking study found that speakers of languages with strong future tenses, like English and French, are less likely to save money or prepare for the future compared to languages like Mandarin or German, which treat the future as part of the present. This suggests something remarkable. The way we talk about time might actually change how we plan our lives. If this is true, then language isn't just a tool. It's a filter that subtly guides our behavior, decisions, and even our destiny. So, does language shape thought? The answer isn't simple. While we may not be prisoners of our mother tongue, our language does nudge us in ways we rarely notice. It influences how we categorize the world, how we navigate space, and even how we prepare for the future. But one thing is certain: language and thought are more intertwined than we ever imagined. What do you think? Have you ever felt that speaking a different language changed the way you see the world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're fascinated by the way the mind works, check out our next video on how memory plays tricks on us. Subscribe to Paradox Lens, where we challenge everything you thought you knew, one paradox at a time.